Hi again, Utah Pablo. Let's continue. Mara wore invisible masks, so often that she sometimes forgot her own face. At work, she was efficient and agreeable. With friends, she laughed at jokes she did not find funny. At home, alone in her apartment, she stood in front of the mirror and asked the same question she had carried for years. Who am I when no one is watching? The question followed her into the city subway, where she spent her mornings watching strangers pass through bright stations with coffee cups, canvases, briefcases, guitar cases, and tired eyes. Everyone seemed to be moving with certainty. Mara felt as if she were drifting through their lives without a clear place to land. One evening, while cleaning a storage room in the art center where she worked, she found a box of old exhibition flyers and a cracked sketchbook. Inside were charcoal drawings of hands, windows, and a woman with a fierce, tilted gaze. The name on the cover was Lenora Vale, a painter who had once lived upstairs in the same building. The drawings were unfinished, but they carried a restless honesty that made Mara pause. She took the sketchbook home and kept returning to it. The lines were uneven, the subjects ordinary, yet the pages felt more alive than the polished prints in a museum she had visited as a child. They did not try to impress. They seemed to declare what mattered and ignore everything else. Mara began to wonder whether purpose was not something hidden in a distant triumph, but something revealed by allowing the truth to remain visible. The next day, she skipped the meeting where she would usually nod in agreement and instead sat in the park with the sketchbook. She wrote 3 words on the first page: curiosity, kindness, courage. She chose them slowly, as if picking stones from a riverbed. Curiosity was what made her notice details. Kindness was what she offered when no one asked. Courage was what she had been postponing. For a week, she followed a small ritual. She spent 30 minutes each evening writing about the moments that made her feel awake. She noticed how deeply she cared about people who felt overlooked. She remembered how much she loved fixing things, arranging spaces, and listening to untold stories. She also saw how often she had hidden these tendencies because they did not match the image of success she thought she was supposed to perform. On the 7th day, the art center announced an open community night, but said there was no budget for a planned youth exhibit. Mara heard herself speak before fear could stop her. She offered to build the event around donated materials and invite local students to display work about identity and belonging. Her voice shook, but the room went quiet in a different way than she expected. Not with judgment, but attention. The director agreed. The students arrived with sketches, poems, photos, and handmade objects that told the truth in fragments. A boy who never spoke in class displayed a drawing of his grandmother's hands. A girl who had just moved to the city hung a poem about learning a new language. Mara helped them frame their work, and in helping them, she felt something loosen inside her own chest. That night, as visitors moved through the gallery, Mara saw Lenora's old sketchbook on a table beside the student pieces. The cracked cover no longer looked abandoned. It looked like a beginning. She understood then that belonging was not the disappearance of difference. It was the place where difference could stand without apology. When the exhibit ended, people stayed longer than expected. Teachers asked about a second event. Parents thanked her. One student told her that seeing their work on the wall made them feel real. Mara carried that sentence home like a lantern. She still wore masks sometimes. Everyone did. But now she knew they were tools, not identities. Beneath them was a self shaped by values she had chosen, not borrowed. She belonged most fully when she stopped asking how to become someone else and started asking how to live honestly as herself. And in that honesty, purpose was not found like a prize. It was built one small brave choice at a time.